How big was his?
It was quite sized. Definitely a grower.
DeVille's here. He doesn't move. He doesn't say anything.
I think I would say like, do you want to split this? Like we can split it.
He says no.
Screw this scenario, dude.
Have you guys ever had to pick between two friends?
Have I? Yeah, I have.
When does this happen?
When does this happen?
Yeah.
When there's a bad breakup between the two friendships. What, you were asking me like if there's anything else I want to know about guys or understand
Chelsea
better?
asked like, do you think you know men?
Oh yeah.
It's like, do you know men?
Like I think I started like understanding more when as I was explained these things. They care about one time I was with a guy and we were eating with friends and then people were like, oh, like, how big are your hands? And we were like looking at the hand stuff. And then I was like, oh, wait, your hands, the guy I was seeing. I was like, oh yeah, we have almost same size hands and stuff. And he's like, no. And I was like, yeah, we do, look, and stuff. And then this might have been a younger, immature version of like either him or everyone though, where you think, I don't know, he basically felt sad or insecure that like, cause you know, people make jokes of like hands contributing to dick size.
Okay.
So when I say he had small hands, he was like, you don't say that to a guy kind of thing.
Oh, he took it personally.
A little bit.
Was he upset?
He wasn't like upset, but he's like, yeah, that made me feel bad type of thing.
Well, good communication.
Yeah.
But also like, I don't think your hand size is related to your penis size.
It's not. But it's just because like, I think he was trying to say that like, that's what the joke is between guys or people. So when you say that, it's like, feels bad. So I could see it. And so I was like, okay. Although that obviously wasn't what I meant. I meant quite literally, you know.
Because you were saying this in front of other people.
Yes. Because
were other people picking up on it? It's like, ooh, Yvonne said
I don't remember. I don't remember. It could have made sense if they did. Or I don't know.
And you were seeing this guy.
I was, yeah.
How big was his penis?
It was sized. It was quite sized. It's like definitely a grower.
When you say grower, so people
Yeah, explain.
Oh,
grower.
Like, yeah. The showers and growers.
The showers and growers. I think people prefer to be showers.
Really?
Because your natural state is large.
Yeah, I get that, but I think like but grower, that's like the good part during sex.
Maybe he's a grower and a shower. Or no?
No.
A grower, when a guy says a grower, it's like, oh, don't worry, get big. You know, grow. That's not what it that's not what it will look like.
I mean, that's like stuff you could be concerned about at an onsen where like other guys are seeing it, you know?
Yeah, but guys don't want to be called growers, is the thing.
Oh, they don't?
It's not a compliment.
Okay. But even if you're big when you grow, it's still not a compliment?
It's kind of like the implication of it. Are you, like when you grow, are you going from like half an inch to 3 inch? Or are you going from half an inch to like 10 inches?
I mean, it's like double, triple in size.
Triple? But like, what do you mean triple? Like it's like at 1 inch and then it goes to like 3 inches.
Sorry, maybe I have to try to do. Oh god, no! I should.
You know, like that Subway thing they say, like for every pound you lose, you gain an inch.
No, like
it can go both ways. Like when you call someone a shower, it can also implies like, oh, it doesn't get that much bigger. Like maybe it's a flat at 3 inch, but a hard 3 inch. Like it's just a shower.
What are you trying? Are you asking me?
No. I'm just saying like both terms, grow and shower, can both mean good or both mean bad.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
There you go. You know, something about men.
Yeah. I mean, like I think for me, it's like how I gauge something maybe with guys is I would say the person that I was seeing or the people I've dated are not even like very big ego. Like I want to look good in front of my friends. But even then they will still have like, you should still respect their ego a little bit in some like, I don't even know how to explain it really, but don't tear a man down so hard in a way. Cause like is what I sort of feel like I've learned. I don't know.
Yeah, I think guys feel embarrassed when it seems like they made a mistake or don't know as much about something as their partner and is made to feel incompetent about it. I would feel that way sometimes. Like if I'm driving my girlfriend around and I make a mistake, it's like 10 times worse than if I'm just driving by myself. Because it's like, oh man, I just made this like driving mistake in front of my girlfriend. She probably thinks I'm stupid. And I kind of spiral from that. But also depends on the relationship where you feel like it's okay to make those mistakes. But whenever I'm driving, it's like I much prefer driving by myself, because if I make a mistake, it's like, ooh, that feels really bad. Like I can feel myself getting red because of it. But if I make those mistakes, like if you're in the car, Lily's in the cars, it was like, oopsie.
Yeah.
It does not feel as bad. And I think it does relate to the whole like, oh, you want to feel like you're competent. You can't be seen as incompetent by
Like
your
you want to look
partner.
good in front of your girlfriend.
Yeah, like you don't want to look bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes you like,
not that you need to look good, but you just don't want to look like you're like, oh, you're bad at driving or something.
yeah, and it's that male thinking of like, if my partner doesn't see me as like a solid, reliable person, they feel less secure in the relationship and will feel like they have to put on the pants and like fight for themselves, kind of deal.
I think this goes both ways, like girls, guys, whatever it is. But I remember playing badminton with the guy I was seeing, and I didn't want him to feel too bad that he was like missing shots or like wasn't as good, because like that's, I didn't want, like, you know, everyone wants to be like, oh, like nice, like good job, or like, oh, like try again, or like other stuff. Be more encouraging when your partner is trying something new that you might be more skilled at, and like they might feel more, oh, like I'm so bad. You're like, no, you're not bad. It's like probably someone's learning TFT, and then you're like, they're like, I made a mistake or like anything, but you're like, oh no, it's fine, like, you know.
Do you guys understand girl math? I mean, Toast, do you understand what girl math is?
No.
Oh.
I was going to say something really sexist, but I refrained from it.
What is it?
You can say it.
I was going to be like, girl math, you mean like bad math? Haha. Implying women aren't good at math, but I think that was too like misogynistic and also unfunny, so I didn't go for it. What is girl math?
Girl math. You don't know about it at all? Or have
I
you
definitely
heard
the phrase. I just don't recall like what kind of specificness.
Like, if you could take a wild guess.
I don't know. I just assume it relates to something about how women see things differently from guys. I know girl dinner.
What's girl dinner?
Like a bubbly and a mozzarella stick.
It's like a combination of anything. It could be like crackers, a pickle, and like, yeah, like pepper, like
hot
pepperoni.
Takis.
Yeah. Basically like a combination of any random assortment. It does not look like a fully composed meal. But I feel like guys do that. But it's just funny because we have a cute, funny name for it now.
When I think boy dinner, I would just think chicken breast, rice, and broccoli.
I mean, I've seen boy dinner just be like they heat up one thing and then they got like another one random thing they heat up as well, and that's just like a combination.
Mac and cheese with ramen seasoning.
Yeah, or like a corn dog or something.
So what's girl math?
I forgot. There's some well, like I forget like the funny that people would say. Like, it's like you get a gift card or you spend $100 at Sephora, you get like a $20 gift card, and therefore you gained like 120. Like, or it's like I forgot. There's like some funny shit that goes along with it.
Girl math is if you get cash, right? Like you make a return, and say like, okay, like the jacket was $200. It's $200 back on your card. That's free money.
You're like I just gained 200.
Yeah, you gained 200. Like if you got some cash from your boyfriend, like that cash is free. It doesn't, like, there's no value to it. Like that's girl math. So like
just getting stuff for free?
No. Like, so like if it's like the return idea, like girl math, like, okay. And also like if you were to buy like a designer bag and that bag costs $1,000, how many times you wear it, you know, each day you divide that by like, you know, 3 years, 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You divide that by like 1,000. Every single day is like a few dollars. Girl math.
Yeah.
It just seems like a way to do math where it makes you feel like you're up big.
Yes. It's like you get a discount on something. Technically, you like gained this much by getting this item when you still had to pay for it. But like you're making yourself feel way better about it. You're like, or you don't think about it.
What's the girl math on the boo-boos?
I don't know. Happiness.
And that's girl math.
Yeah.
So you're up.
I'm
She's
up.
You're up.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I do feel bad that I've spent as much as I did on Labubu's. There's like a bit of regret, but I just think like I give myself the leeway of, well, people have phases and they've spent on things. Some people do it on Pokemon cards. Some people do it on like, some people straight up just, gamble. And and some people do, like, it's just like little miscellaneous hobbies that you just like got into for a little bit and then you phased out of it. And then you spent money on that. Well, what can you do? Shrug. Made you happy at some point in your life.
Some people put in long-term tax savings accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make a lot of money back.
How much have you spent on Labubus, you think? A few $1,000s?
Definitely. 1,000, maybe like, not 2,000, but somewhere within like the 1,000, I definitely did. And then I think about like, dang, if I just like did the adult thing and put it in like investments, I could have just made money. But you know, it is what it is. We live and we learn, don't we?
Like you don't do drugs, girl math. You know, you save that money.
You save money.
You save the drug money for the Labubu.
It's true. Like you didn't do something, technically you gain money.
Yeah.
You didn't go on the vacation you wanted to, the trip you wanted to, or buy the item you wanted to, plus money now.
The times I think about that is usually when it comes to dinner. Because when I go out to eat with my girlfriend, it's like order one appetizer each, one entree, a dessert. $100 minimum, probably 200 in this economy in LA. I just think to myself, could have had a packet of ramen for 30 cents. But like the range is so high.
Yeah.
Like instead of spending $200, I could have spent 30 cents. But it's like, it's the experience. It's like, good food. But at the end of the day, I'm full.
True. I actually live by that almost like all the time. That's why I cook so much at home. I cook so much at home because sometimes I will look at Uber Eats and I'm like, why am I spending like $30 on a meal? And it feels extra bad if I have it and it's mid and I paid $30 for it when I could have just made something I normally like at home. So actually, I like going to restaurants now, oddly, where the food and ambiance is quite good. So it feels like at least there's an experience and a nice like service, a nice everything that you're getting, instead of just purely food sometimes. Even though like I still love going to like very simple things and mom and pop shops and like whatever it is, like very classic good food. But if I'm paying more, I don't mind it when it's more of that experience, I guess.
I went to the movies yesterday. It's $10 for a drink.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Do you have an AMC, like are you an AMC premium member, whatever the heck it is?
No.
You should. You get a lot of discounts. You got min-max. You have Rakuten, min-max. Lots of points that you're missing out on. It's kind of addicting, especially when it was Black Friday. Oh my God, 15 times on points for so many stores that you would have bought stuff anyway from. It's insane.
You go to a restaurant with a guy.
When
it comes to pay, he pulls out the coupons.
Yeah, is that like
2 for 1 deal at Olive Garden?
You know what's funny? I actually think that'd be totally fine with me. It's how he does it. If he gives off like he's really nervous about money, then I wouldn't even enjoy the experience, because then I'm like, well, I don't want you stressed about money. Now I'm stressed about you stressing about money, But if he does it, like say he makes good money, just, hey guys, I got a fucking coupon for us. Like that's fine. That is
different.
Would you think that he brought you there because he had the coupon though?
That would also be fine. I think it'd be funny if you told me straight up, like, and you made it lighthearted and fun. But I think, unfortunately, it is for, like, if you are struggling, you're not going to have that mentality as much. And in fact, you're going to feel bad bringing it up. So you're not going to be as lighthearted about it. And you might even be nervous bringing it up, which makes it that much harder. But I actually have been with a guy who is like more, like he has to save money and stuff. Like he can't just freely spend. And he has been like, well, like this place has a deal for this on like Tuesdays if you want to go. I'm like, sure. Like I don't mind that.
Like if it's like the second date, right? Or the third date.
Yeah.
Maybe the fifth. Are coupons acceptable? Like
God, I don't know because
I know where Chelsea stands on this. Don't bring out a coupon with Chelsea.
It's crazy because I think I'm so like I think I'd be okay with it, like genuinely. I wouldn't be okay with it if he made me feel bad that it's like, ugh, I have to spend money on you. But like if he brought a coupon normally, whatever, I would not care.
It's such a fine line because on paper it's like there's nothing wrong with saving money.
Yeah,
but
it's like you're getting it anyway. Why wouldn't you?
On the other hand, it's kind of like I think some girls want to feel
pampered a
little bit and don't want to feel like, oh, we're at this restaurant because you have a deal.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't make them like bad people for wanting like a nice treatment of.
Yeah, it's a feeling thing for the most part, which is why I said that, like, as long as he doesn't make me feel like I'm burdening him heavily or anything, then I'm like, use the fucking coupon, you know?
Yeah, I think it's more acceptable if a girl did it because a guy wouldn't care that much. Like if I'm on a date with a girl and she brings out a coupon, I just think that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't mind?
I wouldn't mind, especially if I'm paying. It's like, hey, you just saved me $10.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind because I do value someone who is financially savvy. Like you don't want to waste money. You don't want to be too shrewd. But if it's like an opportunity to save money and you're in that position, it's like, why not?
Mm-hmm.
But if we're going to maybe the same buffet every Tuesday at 9 p.m. so we can get the after hour special, then it's like, hey man, I don't want to eat at 9 p.m. to save like $10. I want to eat at 7 p.m. So it's different for everyone. It's not because like, oh, you need to use a coupon because growing up, my family used a lot of coupons and, ate at restaurant with deals all the time because we didn't have too much money. So I think it's completely acceptable.
Yeah.
But I understand like on a first date with a guy you met on Hinge, and he's like, yo, let me take you out. And he brings out the coupon at the end.
And then asks you to split. AA.
And he technically pays less because he brought the coupon. Like, why I get $5 off my?
That'd be crazy.
Like, are you okay with that?
It would be crazier too because knowing me, I would already not want to go out necessarily, and I'm like making myself go out to like put in effort, and then it'd be like double whammy.
And then he brings you back on a Lime scooter.
I can't scooter.
No.
I can't even scooter.
I think girls want to know that the man can take care of her. They don't want the man to pay for everything or like do everything, but they want to know that the guy can do it if it needs to be done.
Yeah.
And generally, if you bring out the coupons and you bring out like a lot of like, make it seem like you're not financially well off. I mean, realistically, in this day and age, girls are looking for. They always want a guy who can take care of them, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like security or feeling, like if anything goes wrong, it'll be okay.
What's the etiquette for a first date? Who's paying, right? There's the saying where like if the guy invites you out, they should pay. If the girl invites you out, they should pay. What's your guys' philosophy for first dates?
I think if it's like coffee or something very light, I think it's fine if the guy pays. I think I would always offer. But the thing is, if it were like a really expensive dinner and I knew I wasn't seeing this person ever again, I would offer to split.
See, it's funny you say that because I've talked to girls before in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not having a good time with the guy's got kind of a dick, they're like, yeah, I'm making the guy pay and then I'm leaving.
Maybe it would be different if the guy was being a dick. Then I would actually be more okay with him paying. But if he was like a nice person, I would split.
How would you bring that up?
Just say like, no, like this is a lot. Like, let's split it. Yeah.
Okay, but let's say the bill comes, right? The bill's sitting there. No one touches the bill. What do? You touch the bill and you're like, oh, we should split it, or like you wait for the guy.
At that point, I'm just more scared of like the awkwardness. I would start taking out my wallet and like fidgeting and being like, oh, the bill's here. Like, and then like take up my stuff.
And he doesn't move. He doesn't say anything. Yeah, the bill's here.
Luckily, that's never happened. I'll just put my, I think I just would put my card down.
Oh, you wouldn't say like, do you have Venmo? Do you have PayPal? I can pay for this.
No.
You wouldn't say that?
I don't know. Depends. How much is it? Is it like $1,000?
It's $300.
Fuck, that's pretty hefty.
And it's your first date.
And you're not gonna see this guy.
I think I would say like, do you want to just split this? Like we can split it. I'd say it like that.
He says no.
Screw this fucking scenario, dude. I would just like, what do you mean no? Did you not eat anything in that meal too? Like, what do you mean no? That's crazy. No,
how about they say, they look at you and they'll be like, oh yeah, I was gonna say we should split it. Like they say that to you back.
That's fine. Then I'll be like, yeah, that's totally fine with me.
Okay.
How would you feel if he said, let's split it based on what we order?
That's bad.
I would say sure, but the mental note is fucking taken. You know what I mean?
Isn't that like almost the same? Some would say that's more fair.
Yeah, but it's just like, it's kind of like, it's kind of just annoying. Like you're like, okay. Like just split it, dude. Like I don't care sometimes. I get it. I guess it's financial situation might be different for everybody. But if I don't know you and then like I'm not gonna give you that grace in my mind. I will give you a little bit. I'm just gonna be like, that's slightly annoying for me, but like fine, right? Like ultimately I will not care that much. I'm not gonna put someone else in like a really tough spot or like, you know, say no to them. I go with it.
But there's not going to be a second date.
There will not be a second date.
Yeah, I think splitting by items only makes sense if you're in a friend group and there's a clear discrepancy between someone who just ordered like a salad and someone who ordered a steak.
With drinks or something.
With drinks.
Yeah.
And then it's always awkward at the end of the meal. If that happens, someone says, oh, let's just split it. And you can see the reaction of the guy who ordered a salad. It's like, bro, I just got a salad. But they're probably too shy to say it.
I've done that. I've been the salad guy.
And did you say something? Or did
I just paid.
It's not unfair. It's unfair. Because like either you're not hungry and you just want to hang out with friends or you're on a diet, but you have to bear the sins because no one at that table had the empathy to recognize that, oh, Yvonne just ordered a salad. She shouldn't pay that much.
Yeah, I've done that. But like, I think nowadays, because like everyone adulting and making like okay, like decent amount of money, it's like you just don't, you're like, it's fine. And sometimes other people get the bill and it's like, you just pay your portion. Like how?
Do you think you've ever been taken advantage of by a man financially? Like they know that you make some money, you know, they have a job, but they're comfortable with like sitting back, letting you take that bill.
Like they're not fully taking advantage of me, but like they definitely probably like it's a perk, you know, because I'm hyper aware. I think that I make more and I have in a lot of like my relationships. And so because I know the $50 to me is less than the $50 to them, like $50 to them is a lot more, then I would pay more. I would always just like offer to pay for like bigger things or the big things. And they can get coffee and they can get like the cheaper lunches or like dinners, whatever it is. So that has happened, but usually they're pretty good about it or they help me a lot in other ways. So like I don't mind and I'm dating the person. So a lot of things you do is out of like when you love them or when you care about them. So you don't calculate that much. At least I don't. So
I think a lot of relationships don't, most relationships, the guy is the one in financial power. And the ones where the woman's in financial power, they're not too many of those.
Or also, Toast, like if you were to date a woman who has, you know, maybe
more money than me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But I wonder, like
how does that make a man feel, you think? Because sometimes some guys, like a lot of guys will be like, I'm comfortable with that. Love a powerful woman, you know? But deep down, I do think, and from personal experience too, it's just like a man does feel a little bit, you know, in the shadow because they're not able to pay for those meals maybe.
Yeah. Like aside from just men making more than women, which I think is an absolute travesty, why is it that relationships where the woman makes more money tend to not pan out?
Oh, it doesn't pan out.
Yeah. Why? Is it because the guy feels insecure about it and that insecurity manifests in behavior? Is it because the woman feels unlooked after, insecure in the relationship because the guy's not providing? Or is it more like the girl wants to be able to do things like, I want to go on a trip and I have enough money, don't have to work. I want to go to Italy. Let's go to Italy. And the guy's like, well, I have my job. I got to do my stuff. I can't just leave my job to go on Italy with you. And that causes friction. So why is it that...
I can speak from my experience because that's happened like a good amount of times, like I said. But it's, for me, it was, I didn't mind paying for a lot of things like initially. And also it's kind of like when you're dating a long time, it's okay. You're gonna grind things out in the beginning. And then at some point for me, I was hoping for more like ambition. I was hoping for like a bit more like hard work on their end to like do more with themselves. It's like I could pay for, like, you're not good right now, that's totally fine. Like I don't mind taking the driver's seat for now in terms of like financially and stuff, but you can't also be like putting in less effort for yourself or for other things, so that, because then I feel like I can't do this forever. Like I can't pay for everything forever, and I'm like burdening myself financially because I care about you, and like, oh, I don't want to make you feel bad, but you also have to help me help you. So I needed them to bring themselves up at some point so that I could feel less burdened, because I'm just like anyone who wants security as well, and like want maybe to be spoiled here and there would be fine. I never asked for that. And in fact, like I'm not a super materialistic person, but like it could be nice, you know? And that over a long period of time just gets a little tiring. But that's why mine didn't work out sometimes. And that's not obviously not the whole reason, but that like contributed to like the overall.
Chelsea, have you been in a relationship where you made more money than your partner?
Oh yeah, for many years. It was tough. I think I had the same mindset because it is a very innocent / a human thing to want to just give back to your partner. And like, it is like, if you make more money, why wouldn't I buy you this? Why wouldn't I offer to pay for this? But there were points where like, it was just like such a big difference where like, I would be paying for so much, living, everything, and the guy doesn't contribute so much financially, and you as a individual, you just feel like, hey, like that's not really fair. I think there was just a point where I was like, I gotta stop. Like, I don't think this is fair to me, even though maybe I could at the time. I just don't think it's, I don't think ever it will be 50-50 ever with any relationship, but I do think it's, again, like, how do we feel? Are we like on same grounds? Are we nearing that same grounds? Maybe not financially, but like mentally, are we there? Because I do think some guys can get comfortable and they're like, hey, take the back seat. Sounds good. You couldn't pay for the bill. Great. And that's where I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's not for me anymore.
Yeah. Like, if you want a sugar mama, you can't be a bum.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be really hot or really like good in other areas that a woman would be okay financially taking care of you forever.
Yeah. And I think it's also different levels of it. Like if I just truly made a ridiculous amount of money, that might not be a burden to me, and you make like, we're happy, like I wouldn't give a thought. But the thing is, like, when life is different, and like sometimes I don't make as I can make enough to like support one and maybe a half person, but to support two people forever is a lot.
I think in LA, in New York, and big cities, you will meet a lot of guys who are okay with like, and same with girls, okay with like taking the backseat and just been like, oh great, like that's my meal, like my meal ticket. And
but what are they bringing to the relationship?
Looks, like, is looks enough?
No.
Yeah, okay, so you say no.
No,
I think looks is enough for like a first date or like a fling, but for a long-term relationship, I don't think it's enough.
I was fine with like it for a long time because like I had long-term partners, or like they were also very good in other ways. Like they tried to make my life very comfortable. And so like I saw like how much they loved me or how much they also cared about me. It's just like, it was very hard for them to do things for themselves. It was easy for them to do things for other people. So that was kind of like you are really good to other people and stuff, or me.
So who should pay for the first date?
Guys. But it's up to I think as a guy, go into it expecting to pay. And if the girl's like, no, I insist that I pay or I split, I will let them like do their thing. Because I think some girls have kind of rules similar to what Yvonne says. Like, if it's not going anywhere, or they don't want to feel like they owe you something, they want to be on even ground, they will be persistent. It's like, no, like I insist, I want to pay for my half. Then I won't try and like push them aside. I think guys should go into it expecting to pay, but it's different for everyone. Some people just expect it to split. Yeah.
I think I'm lucky in the sense that like I split. It's not like the biggest deal to me. Like I just remember I was at the club once and this guy bought me a drink and then we talked a little bit and then like split off. And then I'm on the dance floor. I'm like hanging out with my friends. This guy comes over afterwards. He's like, I think you owe me a dance because he bought me a fucking drink. Like, are you kidding me? I think you owe me a dance. And I didn't even, it's like, that's just such an ick. And so I have no problem with wanting to feel like I don't owe a guy anything, you know? Like I can fucking put my card down. I'll buy you the drink. You know what I mean? Like that's the energy that I can give. So
I'm trying to think from this guy's perspective. I think a line like that would work if Yvonne was interested, because it's kind of like an invitation. And then if you would like the guy and thought he was charming, it's like, oh, I guess, I do. You kind of give them an avenue to dance without feeling like,
yeah.
But I would like to raise the question, is it right for Yvonne to take that drink if she's not interested?
Yeah. I think when you buy a girl a drink, you know what's happening. It's like an invitation, and it can work out. It can't work out. If it doesn't work out, it's like, well, you tried.
Yeah. I will say it's kind of like, think of it kind of when you think of like gambling, you should be okay with losing that money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you should not expect anything in return just because you bought them a drink. That's like, I don't have to buy a drink, but if I buy you a drink, like I also shouldn't expect you to do anything for me like that. Like, especially if I just met you. If it's a friend, then it's different because then you guys have like, you want to be like taking turns or like even with each other. But for a stranger, it's like, you just should consider that money out the window.
It's also kind of like, you're going to fight over $8 or make them feel guilty about it. Like if I buy a girl a drink, I've never done that. And she goes, thanks, drinks it and turn around. I'd be like, oh, that feels...
Like that, you could feel bad,
but it's like I'm not gonna press her about it.
It
it's
is
like,
what it
okay,
is.
well, I mean, she probably we weren't gonna have a conversation anyway, so it is what it is. You didn't like that guy's vibes.
No, I mean, especially not after that. I think I don't like the sentence of like, okay, even if they're flirting, like, oh, you owe me like this, like in that way at least. That like they bought me something and they think I owe them. But if it's in a playful you owe me, sure, but like
it's an ick.
It's like, because you have to think about for the longest time like how people have made us feel like we owe them something, so that's just not like a safe thing to say. I feel, of all the things you could say.
Has anyone ever made you feel like a positive emotion at the club? You just tell all these stories, so it's like the worst scumbag of humanity hanging out.
I've had like friendly interactions at the clubs with like girls.
Not friendly. I'm talking about guys.
Oh, a guy. I've had it once where a guy came up and he was just like, he looked a little nervous and then he's like, oh my God, blah, blah, like, you're so pretty. And he like walked away. But it felt more cute than it was like.
Yeah, because I don't think that gave you attractive. Or it's like, oh, he's cute like a puppy.
Like a puppy. Yeah. That was my positive male interaction. I haven't had any, like, they are either very neutral or below.
Is it possible for you to have a positive male like flirt experience at the club?
It just makes me feel like the people that I wouldn't come up to me. And like, for whatever reason, the people who do. Who is it?
Like, who would it be? Like,
would it be?
It's like, if you approach me, you're not my type.
Well, that's my experience. It's like no one who has been my type has approached me. Everyone who is not my type has had all the audacity and courage to do so. So I don't know how that works.
What's your type then? Like, what would be your most ideal situation? Like at the club, meet cute,
meet cute at the library or a coffee shop.
Yeah, a meet cute would be great.
What do they say? Like if they're like, oh, you look so nice today. I love your outfit.
Oh, you dropped your Labubu. My sister that I'm very close to has one just like it.
That's very forced. But I think like anyone, they could compliment me or they could like strike up a little casual conversation. Like, oh, is that good? Like, you're getting that like at the store or whatever it is. Yeah. Or friend to friend or through friends or something.
You can't come off the bat with romantic intentions. It has to start up as a friendship. It's like, oh, you know, what a great guy. And then one day she gets the idea. It's like, what if?
I think you can start off with romantic attention if they think you're attractive and if they kind of like the vibe you give right off the bat. Then that works. But if you don't fit those things and you come off like romantic, then you're kind of like, well, I'm not interested.
But they can't approach you with romantic intentions off the bat.
They can if they're hella attractive and they are really nice.
And to establish, hella attractive means like you gotta look like Jungkook.
No. I mean, just attractive to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which we established is Jungkook.
No.
But you say you can't be attracted to guys unless they're your friends and you know them first.
I can be. I just haven't had like, yeah, I have a type, but I'm not, I just don't come across them often, I feel. I don't know.
And what's your type?
I think a little more like pretty boy aesthetic a little bit, but not too much. I don't know how to describe it. So it's really person dependent. You just look at somebody. It's like anybody. You look at somebody and you're like, are they attractive to you?
Yeah, and on Patreon segment, we showed you 20 pictures of celebrities and
they're not attractive to me, which is great. I think it's just really unlucky. I think the people that were just on that page just all happened to be people I wasn't familiar with or felt attracted to. What can I say?
Jacob Elordi, Timothy Chalamet, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth.
Is it Chris Evans?
Yeah. Wow.
But you want an Asian guy, you said.
Huh?
You want an Asian guy?
No. He's saying that.
Okay.
I think she's gonna end up with an Asian guy.
Yeah. I like Asian in terms of like you're like your similar culture background or like relatable, but like I've had crushes on.
I would like to test out in the next few episodes if we drop your pin on Hinge into China, into Korea, into the Asian countries. Maybe there's more the pool of men that you might be looking for.
I think Yvonne would date a Korean man that doesn't have that, not that all like traditional Korean values, that more modern young Korean man values.
In the Asian countries, do you guys think that one race might be more toxic than the other?
Chelsea's trying to get us canceled.
I mean, this is known. Like a lot of men in Korea, and a lot of Asian countries in general, but it's been more known throughout the years, I think, that it's not good. It's very misogynistic over there, and the laws for like sexual abuse and sexual assault, it's insane. Like you're in jail longer for like weed than you are for like sexually assaulting or raping a woman sometimes. It's like, culturally it's not the best. Like I think visiting countries are great, and every country has its thing. Like every country is flawed and has their it's really just
I think every Asian the ones we're familiar with, which is like when people say Asia, a lot of times they think like Korea, Japan, China, the three Asian countries, but Asia is so big and there's Southeast Asians and Indians, but people always say, oh, you're Asian, and they think those three. But they like every Asian cultures, they come from a more traditional patriarchy thinking. Like you kind of see it in America, which is more like masculinity, like man. But in East Asia, it's more like, he's the head of the household. You gotta listen to him. It's all about respect. Like China, for the longest time, had that stereotype. It's like, ooh, born, you had a son, great. If you had a daughter, like, okay, throw it out. I guess, a stereotype is a joke. And in Japan, it's all about like overwork culture and like people offing themselves from the work stress. And in Korea, it's like the misogynistic men. So it's hard to compare.
Yeah, I mean, there is reasons why right now, like Korea, Japan, they have these visas for people who, if you want, they want people to come over and make babies, get married, have babies. So if you want, you could apply to have a visa as long as you're like, I'm going to date and I'm going to get married to someone over there. And it's because the birth rate is declining, and it's like the 4B movement. If you guys haven't heard of the 4B movement, it's basically like a movement that was in Korea, with many women basically saying no sex, no dating, no marriage, no babies, like all that kind of stuff with men because they have been treated so poorly over there. And there's been many cases that have come out. Sammy Boy case, you guys can look up like all these cases. They are incredible, like how bad it's been. And so yeah, there's a troll trend also right now, people saying like you want to date a Chinese man because in China apparently like the guys have to really level themselves up because it's been harder to find a partner. So like they learn to cook, they learn to clean, they learn to like really develop themselves to be like the most desirable partner so that they could attract somebody. Yeah. Chinese
women call the shots. They're pretty like, my mom's like, don't date a Chinese girl because she's gonna bully you.
Really? Yeah. That's so funny.
So yeah, in China, it's kind of like, even like we know the stereotype of them wanting sons, but like those fierce Chinese girls that will hit you with a ruler and like manage the finances, it happens quite often over there. So
it's like you think the men hold the power, but the women are the ones with the books and the numbers and the accounting in the back. Like, we got your ass. I don't know, but yeah. Oh. We just had a power outage. Everything went dark. We had to figure it out for the past like 20 minutes. So here we are. Thank God. So if there's some lighting change or something off, you don't notice it.
I got a question. Have you ever been in a position where you have to pick between two friend groups and you don't want to, but you end up picking the other friend group, but instead of coming clean to your other friend group, you instead start to say,
clean?
Oh, sorry, I'm going to hang out. I'm busy that day. And then they catch you hanging out with the other friend group instead of the original friend group you were going to hang out with. It's a really specific scenario. I'm not sure if you've ever been through something like that. Can you answer the question?
It was so long. I don't even know what the end question was.
Have you guys ever had to pick between two friends?
Oh, have I? Yeah, I have.
Well, and when does this happen?
When does this happen?
Yeah. When does this come up?
When there's a fucking bad breakup between the two friend groups. You can cut that out, Corey.
Well, I think that's fine. That's like, everyone goes through that.
What?
Like, your friends break up and then you have to choose.
Oh, yeah.
Who are you choosing?
See, once upon a time, I've also been a part of this. And my friends, well, maybe it was also, I can't speak for them. Maybe I had faults, or maybe I wasn't a good friend, but they picked the other friend when we broke up.
Oh.
Yeah.
When was this?
My earlier relationships.
How did they pick him?
Well, they picked him in the sense of, well, maybe it's unfair to completely say that, but basically they would tell me that they catered to his feelings more because he was the less understanding one. So because he would be upset if like I was brought up or if they hung out with me. And then for me, I was more chill about it. Like I actually years later, a couple of them apologized to me because they were like, it wasn't right for us to like not really take your feelings into account because we knew you'd be more okay with it than he would. So basically it was kind of like, oh, if I was online, they would invite like, and he was already in the game. Like they wouldn't be like, oh, we're going to go play with Yvonne. They're just going to even be like, hey, we got to play with Steven. Oh, shoot, I said his name.
Yo, shout out Steven. Well, they can't like just leave him, right, to play with you. That probably make him feel really bad.
Well, they left me to go play with him because he got online, but I was fine. We played like a couple games together and I was like, yeah, you guys can go.
So you guys are playing together and then, you see Steven comes online. And
I don't see it, but it's because they talked about maybe playing earlier, I think, or either he logged on, he's like, hey, let's play. And like, I understand like it's hard to be in between.
Yeah.
So I don't, if anything, like I'm the one who doesn't try to make it hard on my friends or try my best not to like for that kind of stuff. So I just like, yeah, go ahead. Do
you think they picked his side because you were the one in the wrong?
I don't know, but I don't think so. I think it's because I left to California and then it was easier for them to stay back and like still continue to be friends with him. They didn't seem like it, or it didn't seem like it was because they're like this person better than this person. It was more like social situations that like led to that.
What's on the topic today, Chelsea?
Okay, Toast, this one's for you. Do you think you know women well?
Yeah, do you?
Relative. Well, actually, I think I do. I also think the average man's understanding of a woman is quite low, so the bar is on the floor. Yeah, maybe not like the female body. I'm quite confused about all the happenings there, but I think I have an understanding of the female mindset. I'm not a feminist or an ally in that sense. I mean, I do advocate for women's rights, but I'm not trying to be like, I'm for the women. Not that I'm not for the women. It's like, that's not my identity, you know? Yes, I think I understand women. I don't know how to prove it or if it's something I need to prove.
Well, I'll ask a few questions. How do you know when a woman is mad?
When a woman is mad, ooh. Well, every woman's different. So it's sometimes the silent treatment. I think is the really obvious way. You can also just directly ask them, say, hey, is something wrong? If you sense something wrong and they hit you, but guys do this a lot too. I do this. If they hit you with no, it's fine. Then,
what does that mean? Yeah.
It's like, ooh, well, things don't seem fine and feel fine. Now I have two options. I can try and foster an environment where she slowly comes out with it. Like she says fine, and then you here's a hypothetical scenario. Hey, is everything okay? Yvonne, you role play here.
Yes.
No, you say fine.
Fine. I'm fine.
Yeah. And I hear that. It's like, well, things don't seem fine. And then I'm like, okay, great. That probably makes the situation worse because she's trying to convey that she's not fine, but she doesn't want to outright say it. Because it's almost like, well, you should know what's wrong because you did it. And the fact that you don't know what you did is going to upset me even more now that I have to explain it to you. So if you want to trigger her, you say, all right, great. And then she might hit you with I just think it's funny how. And then that's like the bad way to pull it out of her. The nice way is like, hey, I can tell something's wrong. I'm sorry. It would help me if you can explain it. And I think she's going to be a little upset if you don't know. I think that's just natural. So that's one way to tell if a woman's upset. Yeah.
So this is like over text, but like what if it's in person, right? Like she's not talking to you, giving you the cold shoulder. What do? What's your move?
Depends on like how your boundary setting is. Because if you guys have this talk about open communication and she's closing up and saying like, fine, you can be like, hey, I really want to resolve this, but I can't do it if you're going to like freeze me out. And that's kind of like you putting up like a bit of a harder line with her, but also allowing her a space to express her feelings. But it also depends on the emotional maturity of the girl you're dating. Because like someone might take that as like, like you're putting your foot down with me, even though you upset me.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I think that's fair. I think it really should also be yourself, like the person who's upset, being self-aware of like, should they really know what they did wrong? Because people can't read minds, of course. And then there's a degree of like, you can be upset because it's like, you should know what you're doing or you should know me and you should know like, am I feeling okay or not? Like feeling seen, that's a part of it. But also there are things that maybe they are completely clueless, had like no effect. Like it's quite a big possibility that they wouldn't know that would upset you. Then you should be the one to come out and communicate that.
Do you feel like you know a man very well? Yvonne, Toast, why are you laughing? You don't think she knows?
I don't know her answer. I honestly don't know what your answer is going to be.
I actually think I'm still learning. Like, I think I do to a degree through my previous relationships of them explaining things to me. So, like, an example was like, I got into a fight once, or not like a fight, but like a disagreement with my SO about league. It was just a league thing. And basically, this is gonna sound really nerdy, okay? I'm gonna nerd up for like two minutes. But basically, we were playing bot lane together. this was like after I had like learned a lot, like ranking up in league and everything. And we played our lane together, and I was playing support and he was playing AD. And then we basically lost a level 2. And what that means is just you just lose the 2v2 in the bottom lane. And then he got frustrated and he kind of like said something that like blamed me in a way. And I was telling him like, no, actually we lost level 2 because you weren't pushing enough. Like with this, you're supposed to like do this. It's really nerdy stuff, I know. But basically we had to go back and VOD review it. And I was I had to explain to him how like laning went early. And then he was like, okay, you're right. And then he said, I'm sorry, I got defensive or I got upset because I don't want to look like I want to be the one impressing you all the time. Like, I don't want to be the one who seems like they're bad or like worse. And like, I know you're good at the game, but like him doubting me or like blaming me made me feel like he was undermining me and like my skill at the game when I'd worked very hard to like try to learn the game. And so we were we had different emotions going on. He was trying to not seem like he was like, it was like I want to look good for my girlfriend type of thing. So I understood that more, like why he got like defensive wasn't because he thought that he was like better than me or like any of this. It's not like as what you would assume. It comes from more of a place of they just don't want to seem, they just want you to think highly of them and good of them.
Okay. Last question. Do you guys think you guys are like desirable partners?
Depends what they're looking for.
I am. Yes.
That's good. We love confidence. That's good.
Well, I just know what's out there. Like if I think to myself, okay, if I had to compare myself to every single 34-year-old man, how would I rank, right?
Yeah, the bar is low.
I know the bar is low.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I'm in my demographic of like Asian guys and girls who are interested in Asian guys,
mm-hmm.
like just because, well, I have finances, which I think a lot of girls at this age will find really important because they want to secure the future. B, I'm not overweight. At 30, in your 30s, a lot of people start letting themselves go. I don't hit women or disrespect them. Another big plus.
Crazy.
My downside is I don't have a lot of life skills.
Mm-hmm.
I just got my license 6 months ago. I'm learning to drive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to survive. Like if you told me, oh, can you take me to the DMV? And it's like, oh, let me research that process.
Yeah, but you'll at least research it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I am a desirable partner in my demographic.
Yeah.
What about you, Yvonne?
I say it depends for me. I think there's a lot of great girls out there. And I think that it really depends on what you're looking for in a partner. I think I don't fit a lot of the things. Some people might not like a content creator as their partner, which is why I'm saying like it really depends on like what you're okay with. Some people don't want someone that's on social media all the time or like really on the internet a lot and all the kind of stuff. But I think I have a pretty good, I'm pretty like well-rounded. I can play sports if we want to. I like music a lot. I play games. I can like do a lot of lifestyle, like cooking. Like I think I'm a pretty decent partner, and I'm like very easy to get along with.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I think the difficult part for you is just finding a partner where you both fit each other's criteria.
Yeah,
because I think you come with a lot of bells and whistles, being who you are, and you also want your partner to be a very specific kind of guy.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. I kind of don't know what I like until I see it in front of me, until I experience it.
Yeah. No, that makes it really difficult to find someone for you.
Yeah, well, that makes me also, it's like kind of like I'm open to a lot if it's good.
If it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because, okay, an example of that is I always thought I had to date a gamer. I always thought I had to date someone who would be decent or, loves games. I dated someone who's like a normie, doesn't play games that much, and I had zero problem with that. And in fact, I liked that they tried to have interest in my interest. Like they started learning about games. And when they pulled up like world's highlights, I was like, what the fuck? But that was awesome. I love that. So like, I think that made me, realize like, oh, I could like a various type. It just really depends on their effort and like their intention and like how nice they are.
All right. Let's wrap this up with a little wager.
A wager?
Chelsea, when do you think Yvonne will find a boyfriend?
Ooh. Someone said in the comments that I didn't think you were going to find one by 2027, which is not true. I 100% think you can find one.
You need to start a
I
wager.
think you can find one this summer. It truly is just like, you got to open up the mind a little bit. Just to like let other people in. That's my one advice. So I think it could happen this summer.
Summer. Let's have a month.
A month?
Yeah, pick a month.
September. I think by September you'll
Ooh, 9 months.
That's so optimistic.
Again, it's the mind, Yvonne.
Yeah.
It's the mind.
Yeah.
Here's my wager. I don't think Yvonne gets into a relationship in 2026.
What?
Why would you want that for her?
I don't want that.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
That actually seems pretty realistic.
I think she'll get into one in 2027.
Whoa. 2027.
Once you drop your bar.
We're not asking you to
How
drop
low
the
do I have to
bar.
drop my bar? What are we saying here?
We're
What do I
just
got to
asking
drop?
you to-
What do I have to drop now?
Just open up the mind a little bit, you know?
Expand your horizons. Take off the
Expand my
blinders.
Yeah, okay. Why are you laughing so hard?
But I think one homework you can do is go on a date before Valentine's Day.
Homework. Oh my God, I'm getting homework. Are you kidding me?
Chat, leave your comments below.
Leave
and
your
make your
wagers
guess.
below.
Yeah, make a guess. Which month and which year? I'm going to say March 2027.
What do they get? What are if someone guesses it right?
Hey, if you guess it correct, we'll enter everyone who guessed correctly into a poll, and we'll send you one of our decorations from the shelf.
True. Literally when it's correct, screenshot your comment of when you left this, like on this episode.
People are gonna write some really funny guesses, like 2050.
No.
We want the best for you, Yvonne. So
We
write something
do,
nice.
we do,
Yeah,
we do. We're all rooting for you,
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
but also being realistic at the same
I
time.
know. If anything, I'll just like as anything you say early or relatively close sounds like it's not gonna happen / too soon. So that's me being realistic.
Mm.
Yeah.
And Chad, thank you so much for watching. Come back in 2027 March, where we will celebrate Yvonne's relationship. And we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
I treat you the way he treats his contestants.
What?
Here was my clue.
This person has been in relationship controversy.